everybody. So good to have you back to TAPNGRL to Tapping Into You. I'm with my friend Lisa again. And first thing I'd like to do is thank my fantastic sponsors for letting us be here with you today. And that is Logan Street Signs and Banners and Noblesville Trophies. Thank you so much for letting us be here to demonstrate and teach you the tapping for the tapping experience. I want to next state that the medical disclaimer, got to do it. I'm not a doctor. Even sleeping at a Holiday Inn. I know you're tired of that joke, aren't you? Okay, I am not a medical doctor and I've not had medical training. The tapping can be used in conjunction with any kind of medical that you've got going on. But if you're under the care of a doctor, you need to stay with the doctor. Do what it is they say. Don't be taking yourself off things or anything else. This is not to dispense medical advice. And while the tapping can actually help you with symptoms and it's really great with pain relief, you need to follow your doctor's care and doctor's orders. Okay, now I'd like to reintroduce my friend Lisa. Hi. Lisa Johnson Stasiak. And Lisa, why don't you tell them a little bit about what it is that you do?
Okay. Hi everybody, I'm Lisa Stasiak and I am a Reiki Master Teacher. And I also am a Young Living Essential Oils distributor. So quite a few things that I do. You can reach me at, my cell phone is 317-750-2445. My email is lstasiak45@gmail.com, lstasiak45@gmail.com. So I really look forward to hearing from you.
Awesome. Thank you. And we are going to be talking in future episodes about using essential oils with the tapping and just different kinds of therapies and things that you can do with the tapping. First, let's say this, that I'm going to tell you what the tapping is. If you've not been here with us before, don't worry about it. It's really easy to learn and really easy to do. If you have been here before, follow along. But just a quick synopsis in case you haven't been here before, tapping is actually acupuncture without the needles. I know that makes everybody happy. What we're doing is we're tapping energy meridians on the face and the body while we are addressing a negative emotion or a negative emotional experience so that we can get that out of our energy meridians, our pipes, so to speak, so that we can get the life force flowing again in us. One of the things that I want to tell you too is that why is it that we address the negative? Because most people will say, oh, in law of attraction, I'm not supposed to talk about the negative. Why are you making me do that? The reason we talk negative is we are purely and simply dealing with the thoughts that are already there that you don't want to say out loud. So that's why we're doing the negative. You can use tapping for anything and everything. Stress, anxiety, phobias, fears, sports performance. In fact, speaking of sports performance, I'm going to start tapping in a week or so again with my 12-year-old. Golfing season is coming up. And we're going to go to work tapping with him about a half an hour a week, just to kind of get him relaxed and calm down and all of those things. I will tell you, the first time I tapped with him, he went golfing and almost got a hole-in-one. He was so excited and so thrilled. His anxiety level came so way down that he was able to be about doing the golf and doing it well. So that was really, really exciting. Another thing that happens with the tapping is what we call borrowing benefits. Borrowing benefits is this. Even if what we talk about today is not your issue, no worries. Just follow along, say what we're saying. You are going to get relief on your issue because with the tapping, it's just miraculous how it knows, how our body knows, and it's really just because when we're tapping these energy meridians, we're unblocking. So it doesn't matter if it's your issue or not. If you hear things that are your issue, great. If they're not, you can even think about your own issue in mind.
Good.
So having said that, I want to talk a little bit about what we did last time. We were here and we were talking about weight loss.
Yes.
Okay. Lisa and I have had an interesting time since we saw you last because I'll be honest and tell you, I made a commitment of some things that I was going to do daily that I didn't do. Isn't that great to hear from the TAPNGRL? Okay, because let's just keep in mind that I'm human like the rest of you, and that even though I know the tapping is good for me, when I come up on an issue that I may create my own sabotage, I'm going to kind of back away. Sometimes we open up cans of worms and go, Don't need to go there. So last time when we were together, we actually talked about 3 specific things on the weight loss tapping. We tapped first on, even though it's hard for me to feel good about my body. You remember all that?
Oh, I do.
Okay. So one of the things you can do is just fill in that sentence. I can't feel good about my body because, and it can be anything, but we're relieving that stress from our body, right? Okay. We also did, I can't love myself until. Okay? A lot of us do that. We say, well, until I have enough money, I'm not going to have a baby. Until I lose this weight, I'm not going to buy a new dress. Until I make this kind of money, right?
Right.
We all do that. We make deals.
Yep.
Okay, well, those usually don't work, do they?
No.
So, how many people have you say, when I have this much money, I'll have a baby? Having been on the other side of it.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Okay, so then we got, also, I eat when I feel criticized. Okay, because we found that in there, that, you know, when I feel like it's been critical, and that really was to bring down the polarization so that we're not in this extreme of yes and extreme of no, to kind of calm things down, get a little self-acceptance working. Because once we find that we have some self-acceptance going on, things get a little easier, don't they?
They do.
Yeah. And our last month, like I said, we kind of learned some things about ourselves, that we had the weight loss target and that we were kind of playing with it. I also will tell you that I went on vacation. That means I have more time to tap. Did I do less? Yes, I did, because I was on vacation. And we have this belief that when I'm on vacation, I shouldn't have to work. Now, really, I've done it enough that I know the tapping is enjoyable when I do it, but still I have some old things going on there. One of the reasons I'm trying to get you to like yourself a little bit more, physically, mentally, spiritually, okay, is because we tend to take better care of things that we appreciate. So when we can align with appreciation of my body, we would probably take a little better care of it, okay? So, one of the first things I want to talk with you about, and it's just going to take another minute or two before we go to break, I want to show you something that I call no words tapping.
I like that.
Okay. Have you ever had a situation where you know you should be or could be tapping, right?
Yes.
And you don't. And it's because we haven't come up with the perfect setup phrase, okay? Here's what I do. Follow along.
Okay.
We'll just go, and this will also help you see the spots. I'll just go right here to the eyebrow, okay? Now, the eyebrow spot is where the eyebrow starts, right at the top of the bridge of the nose. It could be either side, okay? And I just tap there while I'm thinking about it, okay? The next spot's the side of the eye. So while I'm thinking about what it is that I could be tapping on, that I'm not tapping about,
right.
I'm just tapping, no words yet, okay? Under the eye, feel that bone right under there. I'm just tapping while I'm thinking about it, okay? I haven't said any words yet. Under the nose, right here, okay? Just keep tapping about 7 or 8 times. I haven't said any words yet. Go right here to the chin, okay? I'm still tapping, but I haven't spoken any words. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm already feeling relaxed.
I am.
Okay. Collarbone, right here, where a man ties his tie, right there, okay? Under the arm, right here. Keep tapping, right here. Top of the head. We're going to go to break. Tap whatever those spots you can remember. When we're back, we're going to continue tapping.
You know, when Margaret and I decided to sell the old estate here, we had only one choice in signage. Logan Street signs and banners. Conveniently not located on Logan Street anymore, but rather located on 10th Street on the south side of Noblesville. Well, we sold the old beauty, and we were able to buy this wonderful estate. And we had so much money left over, I was able to buy this beautiful 1968 Eldorado Cadillac for Margaret. Only 472,000 miles. Margaret loves it because it's got those big seats and that heavy-duty suspension to support her svelte frame. Next time you're looking for signs or banners, call old Jim at Logan Street Signs and Banners, 773-7200. Conveniently not located on Logan Street anymore.
much they get on me on commercials. I'm telling you, it's tough being me. All right, so here we are. We're doing no words tapping, okay? So now we've done a couple rounds of it, and what that's done is kind of calm things down enough that now I can go, okay, what's going on here? I'm really mad at myself, whatever. Now, sometimes we'll go to a setup, but you don't have to. We could even re-rate from when we started no words to now. I was probably at about an 8.
Yeah,
What were you?
I was.
Yeah.
Probably about an 8
Yeah.
to 9.
And now, even though I don't look any less manic than I usually do, I'm at about a 2, 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd say 4.
So now we can go right back to the
Okay.
eyebrow, okay? And we can say, I'm not tapping. You repeat after me.
I will. I'm not tapping.
Side of the eye, okay? I got to get so you can see it there. All right. I'm so mad at myself I'm not tapping.
I'm so mad at myself for not tapping.
Go under the eye, right here. I wonder why I'm not doing that.
I wonder why I'm not doing that.
Under the nose. I'm just going to be okay with it.
I'm just going to be okay with it.
Chin, because I am tapping now.
Because I really am tapping now.
Collarbone. I feel a little better right now.
I feel a little bit better now.
Under the arm. I have a little more clarity on what it is that's annoying me.
I have a little more clarity on what it is that's annoying me.
Top of the head.
Yeah.
I was just mad at myself for not tapping.
I was just mad at myself for not tapping.
And then you take a nice breath. And then we like to re-rate. Yeah, I really am at like a 2.
Yeah, I've gone actually from a 4 before to now about a 2.
Excellent. See,
Yeah.
it really is that fast.
Yes.
And now, having said that, it's easier for us to go into a tapping sequence. So, what I want to talk about now is a little bit about sabotage. Most of us know about sabotage. I've talked to so many people who even understand their sabotage. They know they're sabotaging.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
You do a few days of doing really good on your diet and your exercise and your whatever, and all of a sudden something shows up, and now you're going after the sugar or the potato chips or what your thing is, right?
Yep.
Okay. So, I want to explain to you what sabotage is. I heard a wonderful description of sabotage. Okay. Sabotage is misguided self-love. Sabotage is the subconscious mind trying to get me back to that old behavior because that's what's comfortable.
That's what it knows.
That's what it knows.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's going to just try and get me back to that. And so now I can even start a tapping sequence because if my subconscious is trying to protect me, doesn't that mean something's not safe? Right? So now I can go into the tapping, and this is really, really powerful. Because this is the one I was telling you where I had the other stuff come up. So here we go. We're going to go right here to the karate chop because what we do is we do a setup phrase, okay? And we're going to rate it, okay? But I want you to say to me, it's not safe to let go of this weight.
It's not safe to let go of this weight.
Okay, I just had an 8 pop in, so big.
Oh, yes.
Okay, was yours about that?
And of course, I'm going to say I'm a 9.
Okay, great.
Yes.
Awesome. So we know we're at an 8, 9, and we're starting right here on the karate chop, and we're saying, even though it's not safe for me,
even though it's not safe for me
to let go of this weight,
I
deeply and completely
love
and accept myself anyway. And even though it's just not safe for me to let go of this weight, I deeply and profoundly love and accept myself anyway. And even though it's not safe for me to let go of this weight, remember, we're just acknowledging what is.
Right.
Yep. I deeply and completely
love
and accept all of me. Sabotage and all.
Yes.
Okay, so let's go right here to the eyebrow. Remember, it's right where the eyebrow starts, and it's either side. It doesn't matter. You can even do both. I'll do both. Here we go. It's not safe to let go of this weight. Side of the eye. Feel that bone right there? It's in the temple. You don't want to be in your eye or too far back. It's just not safe to let go of this weight. Under the eye, there's another bone right under there. It's just not safe for me to let go of this weight. Under the nose, I can feel it. It's not safe. To let this weight go. Go right there where the chin dents in. It's just not safe for me to let go of this weight.
It's just not safe for me to let go of this weight.
Collarbone, right where a man ties his tie, and just tap there. It's just not safe to let go of this weight.
It's just not safe to let go of this
I
weight.
can feel that.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Under the arm, you can do it this way or this way. It's just not safe to let go of this weight.
It's just not safe to let go of this weight.
Top of the head, we're going to go in a circle right up here on the crown. Just lightly tap. It's just not safe to let go of this weight.
It's just not safe to let go of this weight.
And then take a nice breath. Before I could even think the whole sentence in my mind, I heard 6 in my head. What'd you get?
Me too,
Okay.
actually.
All right, so we came from an 8 to a 6. Now, when you look at that from the standpoint of safety, that's really big. To come down 2 points on not feeling safe, okay?
Yep.
Now, I'm going to go further to explain that when I did that initial tapping, when I did the setup phrase in my own living room of it's not safe to let go of this weight, I had sadness come up. I had a feeling of sadness come up. So I went, wow, you mean this weight is covering sadness? So that's where I went. Okay? So you want to do that?
I do,
Okay.
because sadness is for me too.
Sadness is for you.
Yes.
Okay. And we were talking a little bit about this before we saw you folks today, and that is I have a default of anger. When I feel backed into a corner or I feel emotionally whatever, I kind of tend to go to anger. And Lisa
Sadness is
goes
for
to
me.
sadness. Okay. So either way, it's a disempowering emotion, and that's what we're trying to move and shift. So let's go back to the karate chop.
Okay.
Even though I have this sadness under this weight,
Even though I have the sadness under this weight,
I love and accept myself anyway.
I love and accept myself anyway.
And even though I have this sadness underneath this weight,
And even though I have the sadness underneath this weight,
I love and forgive myself.
I love and forgive myself.
And even though I have this sadness under this weight,
Even though I still have the sadness underneath this weight,
I deeply and profoundly
I deeply and profoundly
love and forgive myself.
love and forgive myself.
Okay, we're going to go to the eyebrow right here. All this sadness under this weight,
All the sadness under this weight,
side of the eye, all this sadness under this weight,
all the sadness under this weight,
under the eye, all this sadness under this weight,
all the sadness under this weight,
under the nose, all this buried sadness
all this buried sadness.
right here. You mean I've buried sadness under this weight?
You mean I've buried sadness under this weight?
Collarbone. Could I gain enough weight to really cover all the sadness?
Could I gain enough weight to cover the sadness?
Now, a lot of times you'll get a shift right there with saying that, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Under the arm, all this buried sadness.
All this buried sadness.
Top of the head, all this buried sadness under this weight.
All this buried sadness under this weight.
Take a nice breath. Let it out. We didn't rate the sadness, but did it go down?
You know what?
You feel like crying.
Yeah.
Yay! Okay, I'm one of the few people that gets really excited when somebody wants to
I'm like,
cry.
okay, I can't cry.
Okay, so we're going to go to commercial. We're going to come back and we're going to tap about sadness and crying. Yay!
Woohoo!
You know, when Margaret and I decided to sell the old estate here, we had only one choice in signage. Logan Street signs and banners. Conveniently not located on Logan Street anymore, but rather located on 10th Street on the south side of Noblesville. Well, we sold the old beauty, and we were able to buy this wonderful estate. And we had so much money left over, I was able to buy this beautiful 1968 Eldorado Cadillac for Margaret. Only 472,000 miles. Margaret loves it because it's got those big seats and that heavy-duty suspension to support her svelte frame. Next time you're looking for signs or banners, call old Jim at Logan Street Signs and Banners, 773-7200. Conveniently not located on Logan Street anymore.
Hey, good to have you back. Woohoo! All right, so now that we brought up all this sadness, okay, what we really want to do with the sadness, and I'm not going to make you do this,
Okay.
is chances are, did you have a memory or something specific come up?
You know, I remember growing up. I mean, we had enough food.
Yeah.
But you know, there were 7 of us in the family, and it was like you had what you wanted to eat, and that was like it. Mm-hmm. You know, it wasn't like a bunch of extra.
Uh-huh.
So we had what we needed.
Yes.
But it wasn't abundant.
And somewhere you still got lack and limitation, all those things.
Exactly.
And I will tell you, I have 6 brothers. Mm-hmm. And so I learned to eat really fast because the guy who eats fastest got seconds. Okay, so I used to say when I found out it took 20 minutes for your brain to tell your stomach it was fat, I'd always, or fat, for your brain to tell your stomach it was full, I'd always go, what am I supposed to do with the other 15 minutes? Because it only take me 5 to eat. So anyway, so with that sadness and that memory coming up, okay? So let's just kind of do it generally, go back to the karate chop and say, even though I have this memory that there wasn't enough.
Even though I have this memory.
Let's see, it really wasn't that. We want to make it more specific. Even though I have this memory of lack.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Right. Yeah.
Okay. Can you rate that?
I could say 8.
I was going to say an 8 pop. Man, we're on 8s
we're
today.
doing it.
8's the number of achievement, just so that's why we keep getting 8s. Okay, even though I have this memory of lack.
Even though I have this memory of lack.
And it makes me sad.
And it makes me sad.
I love and accept myself anyway.
I love and accept myself anyway.
And even though I have this sad memory.
Even though I have this sad memory.
Of lack.
Of lack.
I love and accept myself anyway.
I love and accept myself anyway.
And even though I have this sad buried memory.
Even though I had this sad buried memory.
Of lack.
Of lack.
Not enough.
Not enough.
Could have been more.
And it could have been more.
I love and accept myself anyway.
I love and accept myself anyway.
The eyebrow.
Okay.
This buried sadness.
This buried sadness.
Of lack.
Of lack.
Side of the eye. All this lack sadness.
All this lack sadness.
Under the eye. This sadness.
This sadness.
Under the nose. Now remember, the words are just a focus. So if you're focusing in on that sadness, whatever your story is, your story, my story, all this sadness.
All this sadness.
Right here on the chin. All this lack sadness.
All this lack sadness.
Collarbone. Now I'm going to tell you this too. Don't be surprised if we open up money pipes. Okay? Because a lot of money stuff has to do with lack. Okay? Under the arm. All this lack sadness.
All this lack sadness.
Top of the head. All this sadness that came up.
All this sadness that came up.
It's okay.
It's okay.
I'm fine where I am.
I'm fine where I am.
Take a nice breath. Okay.
Yeah.
Did that come down?
Yeah.
Excellent. Mine did too. I'm usually pretty happy when I'm sitting here though. Because I love sitting here. I love teaching you the tapping. It is my passion. Okay, so let's talk about a couple things before we go on to a final clearing tap. First of all, you can contact Lisa. Give your stuff again.
lstasiak45@gmail.com or 317-750-2445. Anytime.
Yeah, give her a holler.
Yeah.
I am at 717 TAPNGRL, TAPNGRL is how you can reach me by phone. Email, tapngirl77@gmail.com. My website is not up just yet, but it's going to be tapngirl.com. And you can also find me on Facebook, Tapping Girl, Tapping Into You. I next want to let you know that starting next Monday is a really fantastic opportunity. It's called the World Tapping Summit, and this will be the 8th one. This is like my favorite time of the year. Some people like Christmas. This is like Christmas in February to me. So what the Tapping Summit is it is 2 presentations per day for 10 days that you have 24-hour access to that you can listen to. It's like 20 hours of free therapy. Do not miss the Tapping Summit. You can go to my Facebook page, or you could call me. You could email me, and I will send you a link so that you can go and get registered for this, because it is a free event. And like I said, you have two sessions per day, and each day is a different subject. So they'll do money, they'll do weight loss, they'll do children, or there may be sandwich parenting in there. One year they did it on arthritis, one year they did. So you're going to get 10 different subjects in there. That's really, really amazing. I want to remind you with tapping, be there as often as you can, because it doesn't really matter if it's your issue or not. This is going to be a life-changing 20 hours. Seriously life-changing. Listen to them, because even though they're talking about weight, you may be getting an aha about money, or about the situation that you're in at home, or dealing with your child, or whatever it is that you got going on. There are 3 things that people always ask me most often that I want to let you know. 1, the words. Okay, well, I showed you no words tapping. Okay,
I like no
and that
words
is
tapping.
and it's really powerful, because within a couple things, a couple rounds, you calm down and you're able to start putting some words to it. Remember, the words are only for focus. Okay, so there's no perfect words. If you're a perfectionist and you can't do the words unless they're perfect, start there. Maybe we'll do the next one on perfection. Okay. The other 2 questions that I'm asked are, how often do I tap? And I think tapping every day is really fantastic. If you can do it first thing in the morning and you can do it last thing at night, that's really, really big, because you're in theta brainwave, you're going to sleep. I won't explain all that to you. Just trust me. It's a really good idea before you go to sleep and when you wake up. Okay? You're setting your day, and at the end of the day, you're clearing the garbage that happened. How long do I tap? How long can you tap? It's always going to be different. There's times I can tap 10 minutes. There's times I've tapped for an hour. Okay?
So basically you tap as long as you're thinking about it, and maybe stop and kind of see where you're at.
See where you're at, and when it's come down,
Okay.
then you can decide whether you want to move on to another issue that popped up.
Okay.
Or if you want to table that for another time.
Okay.
I will also tell you that you can go in at work. If you're at work, you can go into the restroom and tap if something bad happens at work or something like that. I do work private session, and I do work in groups. I love and adore teaching the tapping. So if you want to get a small group together and I can come to you, the tapping is really something that you can learn to do on your own. Why do you contact me? Because if it's an issue that's too big for you to handle on your own, don't go there by yourself. Contact somebody, myself or another tapping practitioner, so that we can help you navigate that issue. Because the whole point of tapping is to not re-traumatize yourself.
Which you could easily do.
Which you could easily do on your own.
Yeah, I agree.
I did it. Okay, but I'm stubborn, and I know that. That's all been part of my tapping. So being easy, gentle, kind to yourself, that's really what we're trying to get you to. So I want to thank my sponsors again, Logan Street Signs and Banners and Noblesville Trophies. I want to thank Lisa again for being here with me. And I want to thank all of you who showed up to care enough about you to learn the tapping. And until I see you next time, keep tapping into you.